Some people see their phone ringing, and their heart suddenly feels heavy. They stare at the screen. They watch the name appear. They don't answer. Not because they don't care, not because they are rude, but because something inside them freezes. If you've ever watched your phone ring and hoped it would stop, this video might explain why. Imagine this. You are relaxing at home, maybe watching a show, maybe just enjoying a quiet moment. Suddenly, your phone starts ringing. Your body reacts before your mind does. Your chest tightens, your breathing changes, your brain starts racing with questions. Why are they calling? Did I forget something? What if they want something from me? What if I say something wrong? You stare at the screen, and you let it ring. Many people who avoid phone calls feel this exact moment. It's not laziness, it's not disrespect, it's anxiety mixed with emotional overload. Phone calls remove something that texting gives us: time. When someone texts you, you can think carefully, edit your words, respond when ready, and control your emotions. But phone calls are different. They demand instant emotional performance. Your brain must react immediately. Your voice reveals your mood, your silence becomes noticeable. For people who overthink, this feels overwhelming. Psychologists call this real-time social pressure. It forces the brain into a stress response similar to public speaking. Another hidden reason? People who avoid phone calls often fear unpredictability. Text messages usually show intention. Are you free later? Can you help me with something? But phone calls feel like opening a mystery door. You don't know how long it will last, what topic will appear, what emotional energy is required. And for many people, uncertainty creates stress. The brain prefers control. When control disappears, anxiety grows. So ignoring calls becomes a protective habit. Sometimes this behavior begins in childhood. Imagine growing up in a home where conversations felt stressful, mistakes were criticized, speaking caused conflict, expressing feelings felt unsafe. Children in these environments often learn one thing: silence feels safer than speaking. As adults, they may prefer texting over talking, need time to organize thoughts, feel pressure when someone demands immediate conversation. The phone call becomes a symbol of emotional exposure. Avoiding phone calls can also be connected to emotional burnout. Talking requires energy, especially for people who constantly help others, absorb emotional problems, or feel responsible for everyone. A ringing phone sometimes feels like another emotional task, not a conversation, but a responsibility. And when someone already feels mentally tired, even a simple phone call feels heavy. People who avoid calls usually have highly active thinking patterns. Their mind starts predicting possible scenarios. What if I sound awkward? What if I don't know what to say? What if they judge me? What if the conversation becomes uncomfortable? The brain tries to prepare for every possibility. Ironically, this preparation creates avoidance because the brain believes ignoring the call removes risk. Psychologists call this anticipatory anxiety. The fear happens before the conversation even begins. Here is something important. Many people who avoid phone calls still deeply care about others. They reply to messages carefully. They show support in other ways. They value relationships deeply. Avoiding calls is rarely about rejection. It is often about emotional safety. Texting allows them to stay connected, to feel in control, to express thoughts clearly, and avoid sudden emotional pressure. Avoidance protects comfort, but sometimes it can slowly increase anxiety. The brain learns, if I avoid this, I feel relief, so it repeats the habit. Over time, even small calls can feel intimidating. Growth usually happens slowly. Answering one safe call, calling one trusted person, not forcing change, but building comfort step by step. If you avoid phone calls, you are not strange, you are not antisocial, you are not broken. Your mind might simply be protecting you the best way it knows. And sometimes understanding our reactions is the first step toward changing them. Because behind every ignored call, there's usually a person trying to feel safe in a loud world.